Welcome to Strip Cover Lit. I'm Adrian Ford.
And I'm Dalton Gentry.
And we're here for...
A little more variety hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, every week now. This is a nice... I love variety hour. What?
You're hopped up on caffeine.
Yeah, I am, actually. Like, I am sleep deprived and like... Woo, McDonald's makes a good cup. Let me fucking tell you.
McDonald's does have good coffee.
I'm losing it right now. I am twitchy and just...
I really do value McDonald's coffee.
It ain't bad. The minute you let me start smoking in here, we're productivity through the roof.
I don't think that's true.
Coffee and cigarettes, and I'll go for days.
I don't think that's true because I've never seen you be productive while smoking a cigarette.
Well, see, this is a different kind of productive because we're telling stories. Anytime I tell a story, I have a cigarette in my hand. So, like, variety hour is key for cigarette smoking.
Do you have coffee left?
Yeah.
Can you kill it?
Yeah, why?
Light one up.
Are you sure about that?
Just one. We'll be fine.
It always starts with just one. Then you smoke in the house all day.
We used to do cigars in here, remember?
That's a good cigarette. I am the worst role model right now. I want you to know that. Like, I don't know if we should flag this video and be like, don't be a Dalton, kids. Do productive things with your life. I love how, like, you were just so amused by this. Anyway, we got good news.
We do have good news.
We have great news on Berg.
We have something nice to share.
We do.
Not often on the channel do we share nice things. Normally it's embarrassing stories of things we may or may not have done. But there's not been any news or upgrades on the channel for a while.
Like a truck stop waitress at this point. This is glorious. Best variety hour ever.
It's because we were saving towards something. So all of the upgrades that have happened on the channel, the sound has gotten better, the lighting's gotten better, all of these things has been us slowly and surely tinkering with things from Patreon monies to make the content, I won't say enjoyable, I can't believe that's the case, but not as painful.
Yeah. We are, like, on the spectrum of income. We are poor people. We are broke. That's part of it. Good old Midwest. But we didn't want to take the Patreon money and just, use it on us. Just blow it, do whatever. We wanted to save and hopefully contribute back to the channel because Patreon contributes to us as we like to consider ourselves artists. And we want to make the quality of the channel better. Move up in the world, provide better content, provide more content. Things along those lines.
And in that I won't say improving. That sounds shitty. But by making upgrades to our channel, hopefully our corner of BookTube is a little bit elevated from what it was, and BookTube in itself, sort of keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And along those lines, when Dalton returned to the channel, you want to tell us part?
When I returned to the channel.
I
didn't have a laptop.
Right.
I was using someone else's laptop when I was doing all the old editing, things like that, all the uploading, terribly slow. The last time I purchased a new laptop was in 2007. So my laptop is worthless to do anything with. And Adrian's laptop has been, it does the job.
Yeah, it's trucking along. I had to replace the battery, the little watch battery that keeps your time in there, which was terrifying because you have to take the entire thing apart and hope that you remember how to put it back.
It's the old mule from Animal Farm. It may take a while, but it'll get you there.
So at the end of taking my laptop apart and putting it back together, I had an extra screw. So every now and then when I pick up my laptop, something clicks. And I'm not sure exactly what that is, and I do not hear the CCU running ever, but it works. It works.
But anyway, in the world of trying to make Strip Cover Lit the best that it can be and using what people have contributed to us to improve Strip Cover Lits, we have purchased a laptop.
Yes.
A new laptop to upload videos on, to hopefully do some editing on that won't take 6 hours to edit a video. We have a Lenovo Yoga. Isn't that fancy? I'm going to hold it up right there.
I left Dalton to do the shopping, so of course he found something called a Yoga.
I found the Yoga. I did. We did a lot of research on this because we wanted... we wanted something that would be considerably better than what we had, that might be a little more geared towards doing some light video editing, things like that. But we didn't want to go just the full spectrum, spend $3,000 on a computer built for professional editing.
We don't need that.
We don't need that. We don't do a lot of special editing. But we've settled on the yoga, and I've uploaded things, and like our upload time has it's like 6-7 minutes now to get a video up.
It's insane. And you had actually told me, I had no idea that had anything to do with the computer.
I
thought it was all the
sure
internet
it is,
connection.
because you've been using Google Fiber from time to time.
At one of the libraries that is closed for remodeling now. But
I know I'm just using my home internet, which is nowhere near fiber. And like, oh, it's so smooth and it's so easy. And I'm going to sit down. I'm working this week to do some more editing. We're going to see how smooth that goes. And it's just gorgeous. So thank you very much for getting us to this point. This
Show
is
it off a
amazing.
little bit.
Okay, so
What
this
we do?
is a yoga, as I probably drop it, spill coffee on it, ash on it. The concerning thing about this, which
that would be the end of you.
yeah, this scares the hell out of me, that although is fancy, very fancy, yes, it is
And
also...
you ashed on it.
Oh, that's normal. If it's going to be with me, it's going to have ash on it. But it does this thingy here, where it flips full spectrum here. It can be used as an art tablet, things like that.
Yeah.
I suppose I could read like the Wall Street Journal on this, because I feel like that's what I should be doing.
No YouTuber should read the Wall Street Journal.
But no, I'm in love with this thing. It is gorgeous. It runs amazingly smooth.
Can you boot it up?
I can. There's a button.
Asking all these questions. Can't you boot it up though?
Yes, let's
I
watch,
don't know how it
let's
works.
watch Dalton play with his laptop now.
Oh, I mean,
Fingerprint
just
scan
to
in.
show it. What?
Yeah.
Fingerprint scan?
Fingerprint scan, we're in. It's up, it's going. We're good to go.
So I can't use it.
Oh, you can. You just have to log in with there's a little PIN
have to
code and everything.
Cut your finger off and take it with me.
But I mean, that's it. It is good to go. Already ready. Booted up. No wait time. We can flip it over, make it nice and pretty on this side. Auto rotate is on. I've got my pretty cherry blossoms. I'm sure you can't see
that your
at
picture?
this point. I didn't take it. I just thought it was pretty.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, good to go. Switch to tablet mode. And it's just gorgeous and wonderful.
So at this point, the keys do nothing.
Nope.
Huh.
Good to go.
Interesting.
Like I said, you can get a little, basically a pin, a stylus almost.
Yeah.
That's made for digital production, things like that. So you can draw with this. Not that we have art skills, but we have friends who do.
Yeah.
So hopefully, maybe we're going to get a little different strip cover lit art going, maybe.
Maybe a
new
logo, things like that.
A lot of new things. And I haven't put any stickers on it yet either. So like, I hope you're excited about that.
I am not.
Yeah?
That's,
I'm going to try to resist the urge. I like my stickers.
What stickers would you put on there?
I don't know, like an Apple logo? I mean, is that what I need to be doing?
Well,
So I have a guitar.
okay.
I play a little guitar. Have all my life. Recently gotten back into it. And for some reason decided that I'm going to start putting stickers on it. So anytime we go somewhere new, go someplace new, try something new, there's always stickers, man. People love stickers. So I'll get one, go home, slap it on the guitar. And things covered now, and I really kind of like it. I'm that pretentious, douche. That's fine. I'm good with that.
You're a hipster.
I'm a hipster, but it makes me happy. So I've got it covered in beer stickers, places where I've gotten my tattoos done, all kinds of, like when we went to Colorado, I got stickers from Colorado, the Wolf Reserve, things like that. It's wonderful.
I will tell you that the whole experiment with the computer, with the laptop,
Yeah.
with the, what is it called?
The Lenovo Yoga.
The Lenovo Yoga.
I believe it's the 930.
No, you're not putting another one in. I said
930.
one. I said one. I said one, Dalton. You're a chain-smoking, dirty, old woman. I told you one. I'm going to kick your ass for that later. That's, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Taught me something very important about Dalton. Now, I have bemoaned Dalton on this channel time and time again for the fact that whenever I text message him about, hey, how you feeling about this text? What if we read this next? Hey, I'd like to get this review done. Hey, let's do that. Radio silence 80% of the time. Radio silence 80% of the time. I figured out how to get Dalton to talk to me. I have to talk about spending money.
Fair.
So we were talking about this, and I was going to surprise him with it, but then I realized, you know what, it's not the laptop I'll be using, it's the laptop he'll be using. He should have some say in this. So, started talking to him about it, brought it up one week during Strip Cover Lit, during our film session. I'll look into it. He goes home that night. Normally, after we film, Dalton leaves. I don't hear from him for 2 days because he's had enough Adrian, and that's fine. I've had enough Dalton normally.
You gotta recover.
But normally there's something I've got to clear up, like, hey, when did we say we were going to drop this? Or are we doing this next week? X, Y, Z.
To be fair in this situation, in the normal up until this moment, I would leave here, go home, shower, get dressed, go to work for 8 hours. So I'd have an hour drive home, hour drive to work, go to work, half-hour drive home.
Which would be a great excuse.
It would be.
Except for the fact that when I brought this up, he texted me 3 times on his drive home. 3 times while driving home. Hey, I talked to Jeremy and Jeremy said this. Hey, I talked to Brian and Brian said this. Hey, I talked to X, Y, and Z and they said this. It's like, that's fine. But I caught on to it. That once you start talking about spending money, Dalton's all on board. So, I wanted to play a little, I wanted to run a little test.
Oh, God.
I started texting him one night. I was like, hey, what do you think we should do after the laptop? We've got to make some upgrades. I'd like to make Strip Cover Lit look better, run better, We've got 2 additional channels now. What do you think we could use for those channels? Dalton sent me texts about backgrounds. Dalton sent me a text about lighting. Dalton sent me a text about microphones. Dalton sent me a text about editing software. Dalton sent me a text about additional hardware. Dalton sent me a text about my passports, about the 4 terabyte towers. Dalton sent me a text message about this, about that, about the other.
Get the water turned back on in your apartment.
Yeah, so I sent him a text message. I was like, oh, that's cool. I think we do need to do something about lighting. Did you want to read this for next week? Didn't hear from him for the 4 days until we shot next. Didn't hear from him for the 4 days until we shot next.
Well, it's in a relationship for a long time. Every now and then it's nice to go out on a nice little date, have the other half spend a little bit on you, treat you right. It's all right. You gotta,
and now you're so comfortable you're smoking cigarettes in my apartment.
I know, right? I'm smoking 2 cigarettes in your apartment. It's not bad. It's not bad.
You're awfully bloodshot. What's in those cigarettes?
I have no idea at this point, but it's wonderful. No, it's been great. I'm excited about it. Do you need a cigarette?
No, I don't need a Pall Mall.
Menthol.
Pall Mall menthol?
Yeah, I'm like Vonnegut, but it's worse. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I used to smoke Camel menthols.
Yeah.
And they taste like gum. And I love it.
The ones that you snap the little...
Yeah, they're menthol and then you crush them. They're like super menthol. I've always smoked menthols, which are, I understand, inherently worse for you. But I don't know. These were like... I went to go buy... Megan smokes Pall Malls. I went to buy her a pack at one point. We first started dating, and that was an acceptable thing to do. And they were half the price. I'm like, are you serious? Let me try some of those. Here, give me menthols. Menthols are terrible, but you get the full flavor. The black menthols ain't bad. And now I've got that fine Vonnegut story.
That fine Vonnegut story. What do you mean?
That's all I got. Well, Vonnegut smoked Pall Malls.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a fine Vonnegut story.
Wait, it's like somebody's like, oh, Pall Malls. I'm like, yeah, like Kurt Vonnegut. And they're like, who the fuck's Kurt Vonnegut?
You live in Missouri, Dalton.
I know, no one
You
knows who
can't
Kurt
reference
Vonnegut
Kurt
is.
Vonnegut.
I know. It's sad. Sad, but it's true.
Sad but true.
Sad but true. But anyway, it's wonderful. I don't know where to go from this. I have no more upgrades to do in my life. But to be fair, back to this upgrade story. We settled on the fact that maybe we need a good webcam. We're starting to do a couple other ventures with things. A good webcam would be good. We agreed on that. And I said, well, I'll go pick one up. I'll pay for it. It's fine. It's cool. Whatever you need. And he said, well, how much is left from, the laptop? I'm like, $50. I'm like, well, that's how much that is. So go spend that. I'm like, all right. Problem solved. That's a new one. I'm so excited right now.
You've still seen no editing on the channel from this laptop?
No.
You've still seen nothing on the channel from his diddly-do, what is it called?
Merch?
No, the
Diddly-do.
camera.
Oh, the webcam?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like for some reason, I'm going to blame this thing, the new job and everything. Just production, like I've been on point.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Yeah, everything's done early. I've been getting ahead on stuff. It's wonderful. But I just haven't had time to sit down and really work with this yet. Hopefully that's this week. We're going to test the limits of this, and you're probably going to get a text and be like, yeah, we made a mistake. Wrong one. But no, it is worlds better and fantastic, and I love it.
Good.
Thanks, I love you.
I know.
It's been a great Christmas.
I know.
I want to check my blood pressure right now, because I'm pretty sure, woof.
Yeah, you are up there.
A couple McDonald's coffee, a couple cigarettes. Told you it's production.
Well, you have smoked, since you got here, you've smoked 6 cigarettes?
Oh, more. Absolutely.
Since you got here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You had 2 when you very first got here.
When I used to work overnights and could still smoke at work, I'd smoke 2 packs in an 8-hour shift.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. And then usually between like the hours of sleeping, before I went back to sleep, I'd smoke another pack. I was about 3 packs a day.
How much is a pack of cigarettes?
These are $4.
$12 a day.
That's what keeps me going.
You realize that most days I don't spend $12 on food?
You don't spend $12 in a month.
I spend about, on electricity a month, I spend $2, 2 days of your cigarette money.
Yeah.
What in the hell are you doing with your life, Dalton?
I've cut back. It's about 1 pack a day now. Sometimes 1.5. It's all right. Ain't bad.
You were smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
3 packs?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see an issue with this.
I don't know anyone, I've never known anyone that smoked 3 packs of cigarettes in a day.
It's, I don't know, you just get used to it. And it's one of those things, you step outside, it's just automatic, you light a cigarette. So it just became habit, and I was inside and outside a lot. And then I got a position where I was outside all night for 8 hours in the dark, doing nothing. So what do you do to pass time? You smoke cigarettes. So yeah, absolutely. I smoked a lot. A night at work for me usually consisted of 2 packs of cigarettes, probably a pot, coffee, black coffee.
No wonder you lose your breath shooting a 30-minute video about Harry Potter.
Well, I know. I'm pretty sure like I have no lung capacity anymore. Like
No,
you asked me to
there's no way
sprint
you do.
somewhere, it's
No, there's
done.
no sprinting.
It's curtains.
Dalton gets winded looking at places.
Sometimes I just look longingly to the other room and be like, oh, it'd be nice. It'd be nice, man. It would.
I don't know.
Wolf.
I don't know.
Wolf.
Jesus, man. 3 packs of cigarettes a day? How many cigarettes are in a pack?
20.
60 cigarettes
60 cigarettes a day.
in a day.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I could eat 60 French fries.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
No, yes it is.
Ain't bad. And you know, that's the thing, we used to smoke cigars on the channel all the time. Like, I'm not a big fan of cigars.
I love
honestly.
cigars.
I want to smoke my cigarette, I'm done for 20 minutes before I can smoke another. I don't want to sit there and smoke a cigar for an hour. I don't like the taste.
Wait, go back a couple sentences. What did you just
I
say?
want to smoke a cigarette, be done for about 20 minutes, and then smoke another cigarette.
Dalton, you just chain smoked 2 cigarettes.
That's fine. 2's fine.
When you first, that's not 1. That's not a cigarette.
2's fine. 2's fine.
That's 2 cigarettes.
It's just like a new job. 15-minute break to go sit outside, whatever. I'll usually get 2 cigarettes in.
In 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Do you smoke them at the same time?
I've never tried, but I could probably start.
I am so tempted to have you try.
I don't want to. Please, no. Don't do this to me.
I want to be like your parent that makes you smoke an entire pack when they very first catch you smoking.
My parents watched this channel. When I was a kid, you always get your first cigarette somewhere. I honestly didn't start smoking until I was probably 21, 22.
When did I meet you?
Was
You were 19 when I met you, weren't you?
I smoking then?
Pretty sure.
No, maybe it was 18. I don't remember. But when I first got this notion that I'm like, oh, maybe I should try this, I started with the Swisher Sweet Peach Cigarillos.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. So when I would open this drawer that I had them hidden in my room, the entire room would smell like peach all of a sudden. Very suspicious. But I had them up there, and I had the little ashtray that I smuggled in.
Weren't you living on your own at 21?
Oh no, this is when I first decided that I was going to try
okay.
smoking when I was a kid, and that pack stayed in there for years. And I went away to college, and you go back and you go through your room just looking at all the old shit that your parents left in there. And I opened that drawer and the peach just wafts. I'm like, oh no, I have to have one. may have been the worst cigarette I've ever smoked.
How old were you when you started smoking?
I really, really don't think I was older than 2021, honestly.
Do you remember when you realized you were addicted to cigarettes?
Okay, so when I started smoking, I would always bargain with myself, be like, it's just one. People smoke packs a day, but I'm just having one today. And be like, well, it's 2 or 3. 2 or 3 is not bad. And I'm like, well, it's 3 packs. People do worse. It's fine. I've heard stories.
I've never heard of anyone smoking more than 3 packs a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, man.
I've never heard of anyone smoking more than 3 packs a day.
Setting the worst world records ever. Excuse me.
Didn't Vonnegut even talk about smoking 2 packs a day?
A 2-pack, when you go to the doctor and they ask, if you're a heavy smoker or something, 2 packs a day, they're like, oh my God. So I don't know.
I was pretty sure that Vonnegut, I thought it was in, maybe I'm wrong, I thought in Man Without a Country he talked about how terrible it was that he smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Possibly. Quite possibly.
Now, granted, he was probably doing it a lot longer than you've been doing it.
Accurate.
But at 2/3 the rate.
I'm getting there.
Getting where?
I don't know, but I imagine by this time next year I'm going to look like I'm 50. So.
I don't know. It hasn't hit you yet.
It hadn't hit me yet, but what? 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, 3 packs of cigarettes a day. It'll catch up.
Yeah.
It'll get there.
And how long have you been smoking? 6 years? 7 years?
Probably. Right about there.
7 years. But you were telling me about when you realized you were addicted to cigarettes.
Oh, it gets to the point where you're when you're driving and maybe you forgot your lighter or something, or you don't have cigarettes, you're like, oh no, pull it over, gas station. That's when you know.
Really?
I stopped smoking for 6-7 months once, and just
I think it was on the show.
yeah,
I think
just on a whim one day, I'm like, a cigarette sounds good. I think I'll go have one. So I went to the store, bought me a lighter, bought me a pack, lit it up. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. Why did I ever?
This is awful.
This is
Why
terrible.
do I need another?
And then when I finished, I'm like, no, something's not right. I'm going to smoke another, because something just wasn't right here. It'll get you. It'll sneak up with you. And it's very interesting because, generationally, the older people in my family smoked. My grandparents smoked. Their friends, relatives smoked. My parents don't. My aunts and uncles don't. No one in my family smokes, except maybe 1-2 people you see every now and then, except me. So anytime I go to a family event and I'm going to go smoke, they're like, okay, have fun in the cold, it's fine, no big deal. Or I'll be sitting somewhere like, well, this ashtray's been sitting here since your grandfather last used it, but why don't you just go have fun with it? Go have fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to make observations about that. I don't know when. So when I was, I think a freshman in high school, is when smoking in public was kind of banned in Kansas City.
Okay.
You couldn't do it at restaurants, you couldn't do it here, you couldn't do it there. But I have memories of smoking sections.
Okay.
Yeah. Was it like that in St. Joe?
June 2nd, 2012 is when the smoking ban went into effect in St. Joseph, Missouri. I can't tell you my father's birthday, but I can tell you what day they banned cigarettes in public places in St. Joseph. Because, ironically enough, that's my birthday. It was my 22nd birthday, and I went out, and they're like, oh, no, you can't smoke in here anymore. I'm like, you don't say.
Where were you?
We went to the bar, and the casino obviously went non-smoking outside of the casino floor. You could smoke in the casino, but not outside of it. It was an adjustment period, and the big argument was, all these people were like, oh, we can't go to the bar. It's filled with smoke. We can't enjoy ourselves. I was there June 2nd, 2012. Where were you? No smoke in the bar, just as empty as ever.
It's a war story from your perspective.
It really is.
It's a war story from your
June
perspective.
2nd, 2012, hell.
I was there.
Just absolute hell, I was there. And it was just terrible.
I remember that because all the smokers on campus
Yes.
threw a fit.
Missouri Western actually went completely smoke-free. You cannot smoke outside.
Yeah.
Anywhere on campus you can't smoke. And because I used to mid-class, I'd just excuse myself, just get up and go to the bathroom and then go smoke a cigarette outside. One of our professors
Smoking
actually
in the
followed me
boys'
out
room.
once. Ever tell you about that? It was not her. I went out because her classroom was right on the end of the hallway, And like I just went around the corner, went to my little smoke spot, was smoking a cigarette, and like I think we were watching a movie or something at that point, Blade Runner. So we did Blade Runner. And she came outside and she's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, just wanted to come outside, get a quick cigarette." She's like, "Probably should go back inside, shouldn't you?" I'm like, "Okay. My bad. My bad."
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a thing. I realize we've just talked 20 minutes about my bad habits, so this is wonderful.
About cigarettes.
This is wonderful. Yeah.
What other cigarettes have you tried?
Anytime.
This is just the cigarette episode. Cigarettes and laptops.
Cigarettes and laptops. I also got a Doctor Who lighter, so like feel good about that. But anytime you are a smoker and you go somewhere and you run out of cigarettes, you smoke them all or something, it's communal property. No one will ever tell you no to bum a cigarette.
Really?
It's amazing. Yeah, and like I've been places where like I will go through half a pack because people will see you smoking. They're like, "Oh, can I get a cigarette?" I'm like, "Sure, I guess. Have fun." But when you get down to like the bare bottom brands, like the $2 a pack cigarettes, the Exeters or the Decades, oh no, I'm good.
Really?
Like I don't care
You
how
won't
hard
smoke a
up I
Decade?
am. I'm like, nope, thank you. I had a good friend, very good friend, who exclusively smoked Marlboro Reds, and like those are stout, and I am good. I like my menthols. I like my full flavor menthols.
Did he also chew Red Man?
No, he didn't actually. I don't believe he ever chewed.
Really?
No. And I don't get the fascination with chewing. I'm a hypocrite, I get it, but I don't like it.
I love it.
I don't like it.
I love it.
I know. It's terrible. I was at someone's house not long ago. I told a story a few weeks back that we went to a friend's house where we found a hipster barbecue playlist, which I love the fact that everyone on Twitter is now listening to hipster barbecue. You're welcome, Pandora. They had Red Man there. Like, it was just on the bar. I'm like, who in the righteous fuck chews Red Man? And he's like, I do. I'm like, that's disgusting. He's like, no, it's not that sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Adrian made me try that once. No, absolutely not. How dare you, sir?
It's sweet. It's the chaw that's
Yeah.
minty, and there's no coffee left, Dalton.
I'm really thinking
And
about
I am
going back
not
to the
going
McDonald's and be
let
like, can you refill this?
I'm not going to let you drink cigarette butts. It's the ashes. I need it.
Okay, so I was out one night. I was very young, and I had been doing some heavy drinking. And so
We're talking 3-4 years old.
I was to the point where like I should have stopped drinking, but you know, you have those nights. And I couldn't figure out. I'm like, why is my cup? Boy, my drink's just thick. It's just thick and chunky, man. Like maybe the whiskey went bad. I don't get this. Like I couldn't comprehend what was going on.
The whiskey leaves
The
were...
whiskey leaves were just sprouting. So I went to sleep. I woke up the next day and I'm like, you know, you reach over for like the nearest liquid you can find, and I look into it, and everyone in the house had been ashing in my cup and spitting their chew in my cup. Yeah. So been there, done that. Thank you very much. I think I'll take my own coffee cigarettes. Those will be okay.
Everybody's got a chew story.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a drink in the mud bucket story.
It just awful. Just awful.
If you'd like to hear more drink in the mud bucket stories, you maybe hit the like button, maybe hit subscribe. Maybe next episode won't be about Dalton's cigarettes. I don't know
this episode, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a bad one. It's
See, we're gonna say that like people are gonna just go crazy with this one. Just enjoy it.
Just cigarette stories.
Cigarette stories. Anyway, I'm
If
done.
you have any cigarette stories, leave them in the comments below.
All right.
I don't know how that episode got commandeered.
That is a full hour of me just talking to myself. We should go